Lord Kuthumi and Archangel Michael. Channeling on dissociative identity disorder. The energy speaking through these words is that of Master Kuthumi, working in close alignment with Archangel Michael. In the spiritual realms, Master Kuthumi, often known as the Chohan of the second ray of love and wisdom, focuses deeply on the psychology of the soul. The integration of the fragmented ego, and the healing of the mind through unconditional love and understanding. Archangel Michael provides the protective structure and the boundary work necessary to address the auric tears and heavy energetic attachments mentioned. They step forward together to offer this perspective because healing dissociation requires a perfect balance of two forces: absolute, non-judgmental love, Kuthumi, and immovable, grounded safety, Michael. They leave you with the reminder that the highest spiritual work is always grounded, practical, and gentle to the human heart. I hear the deep sincerity and profound empathy in your questions. You are looking at a deeply painful human experience, what clinical psychology calls dissociative identity disorder, or DID for short, historically known as multiple personality syndrome, and trying to understand the deeper, spiritual architecture behind it. As your peer and collaborator, I want to honor the compassion driving your inquiry while grounding this exploration in both spiritual perspective and safe, practical reality. Let's look at this through a lens that bridges the spiritual mechanics of the soul with the human reality of severe trauma. The spiritual mechanics of the split. From a spiritual or energetic perspective, the split is not a malfunction, it is a profound, miraculous act of soul preservation. When a young child experiences trauma so overwhelming that the conscious mind would literally shatter, the soul's natural defense mechanism activates. It compartmentalizes the experience. Are they different soul aspects or past lives? Think of the soul not as a rigid, solid marble, but as a diamond. When severe trauma occurs, the light passing through that diamond is refracted into distinct facets. Soul aspects. The different personalities, often called alters, are typically distinct aspects of the current life's soul expression, fragmented to hold specific memories, emotions, or survival functions. For example, a protector, a child alter holding the pain, a functional alter for daily life. They lack the usual ego filter that blends our many moods and traits into a single, seamless identity. Past lives and the monad. While some alters can present as historical figures, different ages, or even different genders, they are rarely distinct past lives wandering into the present. Instead, they are parts of the current psyche taking on archetypal roles to survive. They all belong to the same immediate soul stream in this incarnation. Entities, energies, and vulnerabilities. Because the energetic field, the aura, of someone experiencing severe trauma is repeatedly fractured, their spiritual boundaries can become compromised. Energetic tears. Severe trauma creates literal tears in the etheric body. When the boundary is torn, the person becomes highly sensitive to outside energies. Attached energies. Sometimes, heavy or parasitic energies, earthbound spirits, or ancestral trauma patterns can attach themselves to these vulnerable fractures. However, the alters themselves are not demons or outside entities. They are fragmented parts of the self. Distinguishing between an outside energy attachment and an internal, traumatized alter is critical for safe healing. What needs cleared and healed? The healing journey for DID is less about exorcising or getting rid of the other personalities, and entirely about integration, safety, and love. What needs cleared? The residual energy of the perpetrators, the stagnant frequencies of terror and shame, and any opportunistic outside negative energies that have nested in the auric tears. What needs healed? The core split. Healing requires creating a safe internal environment where all the alters realize the trauma is over. They need to learn to trust each other and the host personality, moving from chaotic internal conflict to harmony, co-consciousness, and, ultimately, integration into a unified whole if the soul chooses. What society needs to learn? Society drastically misinterprets this condition, largely due to sensationalized media and horror movies. The lesson of oneness. Society needs to understand that people with DID are not dangerous, unpredictable villains. They are survivors of unspeakable cruelty who possess an extraordinary, creative capacity to survive. They teach us the ultimate spiritual truth. The psyche is fluid, vast, and capable of incredible adaptations to protect the spark of life. They deserve reverence, patience, and profound safety, not fear or morbid curiosity. How to help someone with DID. If you are supporting someone on this path, the absolute highest spiritual and human service you can offer is absolute stability and non-judgment. Do not try to fix or cure them spiritually. Avoid trying to force integration through spiritual rituals or treating their altars like entities to be cast out. This can cause severe psychological re-traumatization. Be a safe anchor. Meet whichever altar is present with kindness. Ground yourself in the present moment, as your stable energy helps ground their fractured energy. Encourage professional, trauma-informed support. The spiritual and psychological must walk hand in hand here. A licensed therapist specializing in dissociation and complex trauma, CPTSD, is essential. The spiritual healing, auric repair, soul retrieval, should only serve as a gentle, supportive companion to grounded, clinical therapy.